Welcome back to the Big Fight Recap here on BLTV Classic.
As anybody can see, I'm almost a master at evading the punches coming at me.
On today's video, we look back at the infamous clash between a very green Mike Tyson and a cocky old pro that thought he had Kid Dynamite all figured out.
I keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch it. I'm not better than Tyson.
Tyson rarely came up against big talkers, particularly during his development period. So it was interesting to see how the then 19-year-old would handle the pressure of a cocksure opponent with proven ability. In retrospect, it was the first true test for Mike Tyson. Let's get right to it. With only a couple of tight-knit losses to the highly rated James Broad and Big John Tate, Donnie Long was back. And by back, I mean fresh out of jail for a murder charge that the evidence suggests he was very fortunate to receive a mistrial for. But that's a story for another day.
Donnie Long is considered a great body puncher. And if James Broad is overweight, then that body shots will take his toll.
Donnie Long was a full-time street drug dealer and part-time boxer, and while he certainly had reasonable fighting talent, it was his charismatic style that granted him television spots early on in his career.
And still undefeated, Big James Broadaxe Broad!
Broad was one of Tyson's main sparring partners during this time and considered a genuine heavyweight contender despite only having a handful of fights. And that gave Long a lot of confidence, seemingly too much confidence.
I'm in good shape, I feel sharp, and I feel like I can outbox Tyson.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You felt that Tillman in the Olympic trials outboxed Tyson, used his lateral movement and good jab, and those are skills you have, but you can punch also. Yes.
I plan on boxing Tyson, too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch it. I'm not better than Tyson.
Long wasn't the first or last person to use Tyson's loss to Henry Tillman in the amateurs as a confidence booster. While Tillman was able to effectively run for 5 minutes and nick a decision back in 1984, Tyson's style was always more geared towards the pros, having the freedom to create openings without every jab landing on him, putting him on the clock.
You know, I never get frustrated because I know we have a 10-round limit, and the crop of heavyweights nowadays having a little difficulty going the full 10 rounds.
Tyson was a different beast in the pros, and he entered the ring with a record of 8-0 with 8 KOs. In the opposing corner, Long possessed a record of 15-3 with 10 finishes inside the distance.
39 seconds into the first round, his fifth first-round knockout in his 8 professional fights. Again, Tyson in the white, and the red and the gold is Donnie Long, and Tyson goes right in with the left hand.
Mike Tyson has enormous strength. The key for Long, I think, in his fight is to counterpunch well against Tyson, hit him as he's coming in.
Tyson again, another one of those fresh youngsters, only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow. Well, that was quick.
Tyson dropped Long with a sweeping left hand 30 seconds into the fight. And while Long did make it back to his feet, you could see he barely had his legs under it.
Pacino looking on closely. You see Long holding those gloves up to say he's all right, but is he? Here comes Tyson. Left hand again. And as Tyson comes out with a strong right-hand barrage again.
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
Make no mistake about it. That was a good performance.
A handful of heavyweight contenders were ringside, and Tyson issued a warning for all of them during his interview with Al Bernstein after the fight.
Earlier in the day, I really thought that Donnie Long would be a fairly tough opponent for you. He wasn't.
Well, like I told you earlier today, if I knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, would you still consider him that?
Well, I thought he was supposed to be, but I guess he wasn't.
Oh, now he wasn't. He was.
No, he was a tough man. I'm just saying for you he wasn't tough, apparently, because you beat him.
I knew from the beginning, but everybody else knew that it was no calm. It was no calm. Just like the rest of it. A lot of people came to look. Jesse Ferguson came to look. The Fraziers came to look.
James Broad was out there.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
The loss took a heavy toll on Long's career and his personal life. He only fought 7 times after and lost 6 of those by taking a substantial beating each time. He went back to pushing drugs in the mid-90s, which secured him his second stint in jail. But after getting out in 2001, he changed his life around and is now a happily married man and Baptist of his local church.